kicking Jackie Chan.
What's going on, guys? Better STANGSAUCE here. Welcome back to the channel. I just kind of want to do a quick video. I had some people that asked me over on Instagram why I haven't been back to the track since my previous video, or my couple videos ago. And the biggest reason as to why I haven't been back to the track is I don't have a good set of tires. One of my previous videos a while back I made, you know, I was hooting and hollering about how these tires that I had were such good tires, and honestly they were good tires, and I put a lot of miles on these and they're really bald now due to a couple burnouts. I was in that burnout competition. If you guys haven't seen that, go check that out. But basically the tires are just worn down, and unless I can get my hands on a nice new set of either street radials or some very sticky all-season tires maybe, because I don't want to go summer only, because I only have one set of rims for this car, and rims are super expensive and I don't have the money to just, you know, get a brand new set of rims. So basically, as of right now, I'm not going to be going back up to the track until I can find basically what I just talked about, either a set of radials, street radials, or a set of real good tires for a cheap price that I know are going to be sticky. So my buddy, he actually has a pair of the Michelin Pilot Sport 3 Pluses that I'm actually probably going to be borrowing from. I don't know when yet, but most likely going to be borrowing for him. I want to see if they hook for me and the power that I'm making. If they hook for me, then I'm probably just going to go ahead and order some of those tires and use those as my all-season tires, or even get the 4 Pluses. But I can't, being in Ohio, and this being my daily driver, I do have the yellow Mustang, but this primarily being the workhorse, I don't want to just be stuck with radials on this car, street radials. I don't want to go with the Nittos per se just yet. I'm not 100% fully committed to making this car a summer only car, so I still want to have that versatility. And again, I'm grounded because I don't have the accessibility to easily change my tires. Even if I had new rims, I don't have the accessibility to change that stuff out, and obviously I don't even have the rims, so again, pricey, and I have my hands tied behind my back. I also had some people who were asking me kind of what's done to my car. So this video basically is going to also kind of be a tying together video of kind of everything that I have, and basically just like a full rundown of what I have on the car. So I also had people that were commenting on the YouTube videos about my setup. I don't know if it's just because this channel's kind of been going on for over a year now, and it's been a decent amount of time between videos. I haven't consistently posted like every week or anything like that. So basically I just kind of want to run down what's on my car, and you know, kind of how I did everything and why I did it basically. So my first mod on this car was actually a 10-pound Turbo Smart wastegate actuator, and reason being is at the time I needed a new wastegate, and I was unsure of what the factory one was. I had read on a couple forums that it was 10. I had read that a couple forums it was 5. I don't know how I, you know, didn't find the proper answer out. But basically, long story short, I decided that it was 5. And in my mind, I was like, okay, well, since it's 5, let me just double it. I can benefit from it. I didn't know that it needed a tune. And actually, at the time, on American Muscle's website, it said no tune was required. But if you went to Turbo Smart's website, it said a tune was required. So that's kind of why I went with that, and that's kind of why I did that. My second mod was actually the MBRP catback exhaust. Phenomenal exhaust. If you guys haven't seen any sound clips of that, you can go check mine out. Just type in MBRP race catback exhaust EcoBoost Mustang, or I can leave a link in the description down below. But very phenomenal exhaust. I mean, it sounds really good now. I am catless, but it does sound very, very, very good. After that mod, then I got my tires. Those really aren't a mod, I guess, but I went with the tires. After the tires, I got the, let's see, what did I do after that? I got the catch can. Catch can was very beneficial. I should have waited. I should have went and got the UPR catch can because now I'm dealing with smoke issues all the time. So I should have went with the UPR catch can, but I went with the Mishimoto. I got it used, super cheap price, jumped on it and bought it. Right after the catch can, I got the MBRP 3-inch catless downpipe, and I don't even think that they sell the catless downpipes anymore. But man, it really woke the car up. It is so free-flowing. Completely woke the car up, woke the sound up. I get people all the time that absolutely love how this car sounds, all the turbo noises, everything from a 4-banger turbo car. They absolutely love the sound. And to be completely honest, I know, I don't care what anybody says, I know it's not ever gonna sound like a V8, but it sounds very, very, very good. It sounds like a V6, honestly, probably with a decent exhaust setup on it. So it sounds really good. I absolutely love it. And that was like my 3rd or 4th mod that I did to the car. So my next mod on the car was a tune. I wrapped it all together. I had the catless downpipe, the catback exhaust, the Turbo Smart wastegate actuator, the catch can, blah blah blah. I got that all wrapped together with a RevX tuner. So this device is actually from SCT. I have no complaints about the device per se. I mean, there's a few little things that I would change, but no big major complaints. I bought the device through American Muscle. When I bought the device, I got Bama's Lifetime Tunes. This was a mistake. So between the different things that Bama offers and other companies offer, me personally, I didn't like what Bama had to offer. There was a few very specific situations that I didn't like and I felt could have been handled differently as to why I switched from Bama. I'm not gonna sit here and bash Bama. That has nothing to do with that. But you know, there was just, like I said, a few things I didn't really necessarily enjoy that made me switch companies. So initially I had bought it, I wanted the Lifetime Tunes. So Lifetime Tunes, yeah, it sounds great. Well, they're Lifetime Tunes for a reason. They keep doing revisions and keep consistently having to update the tune because it just wasn't right. So having said that, I then switched over to Brew City Boost. I actually recently just did that. There's a couple mods that I had in between all of that. But I switched over to Brew City Boost later on, and phenomenal tuning company. I was very, very impressed with how the vehicle performed. So before I actually got that tune, we got the Steeda lowering springs. I went with those. I like how the car looks, like how it sits. Definitely handles better, lowers me down a little bit, looks good. I opted for the Air-Raid cold air intake, the modular tube. I kept the stock airbox. A lot of people throughout the forums and general consensus, basically, everybody says just stick with the stock airbox and get a different intake tube and a drop-in filter. So I've got a K&N drop-in filter and the Air-Raid cold air intake modular tube. Both of those, I drove around the car like that for a good while, probably 4 to 5 months like that. And then just recently, within the last probably 2 months, I got the big front mount intercooler from Levels. The Levels front mount intercooler, I absolutely love that. It's completely changed the vehicle up. If you're in the EcoBoost market, or you have an EcoBoost and you're watching this, if you don't already have a Levels intercooler, or an intercooler just in general, you need to get one. You can do the stock location one. I don't have much knowledge about those. I know that they still probably perform just as well. Maybe not as good as a big, you know, tall race one like ETS or Levels. But I know like Cobb, they sell the stock location mounting one. You can keep all the stock stuff in the car. Like with mine, I had to remove the active grill shutters, whatever. But front mount intercooler, that was another great addition. So there's two things that I'm basically leaning towards doing still performance-wise for the vehicle. Basically E30 tune You're not going to get too many benefits running fully E85 on a stock turbo, and my plan isn't to upgrade the turbo. At some point, I would like to get a GT Mustang and build that. So for right now, it's kind of out of reach. It's not really practical for what I'm trying to do. So we're not going to get a big turbo. Basically, we're going to stick with the E30, and if we do the E30, I will also probably combine it with a water methanol injection kit. And I really like the idea of that. It's kind of, you know, up the alley that I want to do. It's going to cool me down, and it'll help cleaning off the valves and getting all that nastiness out of the engine. So those are going to be probably my next 2 things if I do decide to do them, the next 2 possible things for the vehicle. So basically, I've got one specific thing that's going to completely change this vehicle. I just got it delivered probably 3 or 4 days ago. I haven't made a video about it yet, and I kind of want to keep it a surprise, so I'm not going to say anything. But just know it is a visual modification. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I kind of wanted to just sit down and talk with you guys on a personal level. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for those notifications. If you really enjoyed, hit the thumbs up, and as always, peace out.